Hi, Rob here from Koozai. Just here to share a couple of quick tips with you if you feel you may have been hit by a Google algorithm update. Now, first things to check, if you experience a drop in traffic, it's important to rule out a couple of key things first. Now, I would go into GA, Google Analytics, and I would make sure that you don't have a tracking problem. Make sure you've not removed any code from the site or for whatever reason dropped anything from a dev perspective, because if it's a tracking issue, you can fix that relatively easily. Now, if it's, on the other hand, related to seasonality, you also need to look at Google Trends, look at your historical data, look year on year, month on month. Is it something you could have predicted anyhow? And is your traffic drop due to a specific section or category within the site? Look at your landing pages and see if the drop in traffic can be attributed to particular pages. And then you can, of course, backward work from there. Now, if you feel it's down to visibility and the fact that you've been hit by an update that's affected your visibility, a couple of key things you can do. Now, if I use examine.com as an example, you can use a tool called Systrix, which is absolutely brilliant at identifying global visibility. And I won't go into too much detail about what visibility index is. You can Google that and find out. But effectively, within this tool, what you're able to do is identify and drop pins on the chart that correlate to specific algorithm updates. If I click edit pins, what I'm able to do is see all the different algorithm updates by date, and I can actually drop those pins on the chart. Another good feature, if you're looking to take screenshots, you can actually hide the pins or re-add them. Now, in this scenario, what I can actually do is I can see for examine.com, they're fluctuating in visibility. Now, if we take this point as an example, if we go back to June 2019, you can see the June 2019 core update happened, and it correlates with a sharp drop in traffic over the course of a couple of days. Now, if we Google the June algorithm update, we can see one of the top results that will pop up will be for Search Engine Land, which is a great resource to identify what an algorithm update is actually about. You can identify the fact that it took, in this scenario, they've said 5 days to roll out. We can see everything about it. We know how big it was. We know what it overlaps with, why we should care, and what it actually involves. Another fantastic resource you can actually check is Moz's change history. And what you're able to do is set any date range. So we can go and filter to 2019 and look at confirmed updates in this case. And as you scroll down, you can see straight away the June core update here. We know what it's in relation to, and we've got some helpful resources we can look at. Another thing I would actually do is I would go into Search Console. Now, Google Search Console, believe it or not, is massively underutilized. And I hear stories pretty much daily of people not using it as it's intended. Search Console is Google's way of communicating with webmasters. And if you've got any kind of linking issue or a penalty or a manual action, that's where you'll hear about it. You can also upload sitemaps. We can make sure your robot.txt file is where it needs to be. We've got things like, you can look at your linking, and you can also look at things like uploading disavow files. Basically, you're at a massive disadvantage if you're not using Google Search Console. We use it for all our clients, and you should also be using it. Now, if you need a view, if you need any help or support, or you want any help, we're available. We use every award-winning tool known to man, and we'd love to hear from you. So if you need any help or assistance, feel free to get in touch.